See, in the last class, what we did, we did the questions with the first principle. Now in today's class, we'll proceed forward. We'll revise the formula once again. I write it: d by dx of x raised to power n, which is equal to n x n minus 1. Similarly, d by dx of sin x, which is equal to d by dx of sin x, which is equal to cos x, d by dx of cos x, which is equal to minus sin x. Similarly, d by dx of tan x, which is equal to secant square x, d by dx of cot x, which is equal to minus cosecant square x, d by dx of e raised to power x, which is e raised to power x, d by dx of log x, which is nothing but 1 by x. Similarly, d by dx of sec x, that is sec x tan x. Similarly, d by dx of cosec x, which is equal to minus cosec x cot x. This we already learned in the last class. Today we will do some basic questions on differentiation, how differentiation is involved. See, the very basic questions sometimes will be asked is to differentiate this term. So to differentiate this term, we have to do the differentiation dy by dx of the whole expression. The dy by dx of x square, dy by dx of x square, and then we have to differentiate dy by dx of 3x and then differentiate 4. At the initial level, when I am doing this question first time, I'll write d by dx with every numbers, but later on you can remove it, you can do the differentiations in a one go. Now differentiation of x square is nothing, it is 2x, because this power, this is here we apply this formula x raised to power n, which is nothing but power, then we have to subtract 1 from the power. In the same way, for x square the differentiation is 2x, and for 3x similarly. In the last class I advised you differentiation of x is 1, you have to learn. Differentiation of 3x is 3, and since 4 is a constant which is alone, that's why its differentiation is 0. But in the case of 3x, the differentiation is 3, because 3 is which is not a constant. Constant is called constant only, and its differentiation is 0 when it is alone. Mind it, this is very important. Constant is constant only when it is alone. If it is with some another number, it is not a constant. We just have to leave this number as it is, and we have to differentiate the variable part. Since it is x, so I did the differentiation of x, which is 1. These all formulas I'll already provided you in the last class. Now let us do one more question very quickly. Let us suppose this is 3x square plus 5x plus root x plus ex plus sin x, and we have to differentiate all of them, and we'll make some complicated. Let us suppose this is 6 sin x. Now very simple, when we have to do the differentiation, once we expert, we need not to be write d by dx with each and every term. Simple, 3x square differentiation is 2x, and 5x differentiation is 5, because 5 is not constant, it is something which is connected with the variable. So x differentiation of x is 1, and for root x I already mentioned you have to learn this is equal to 1 upon 2 root x, and for ex it is ex, and for 6 sin x, for differentiation of sin x is cos x. So this is the answer of this expression. These are the very simple differentiation questions which will not be asked in the exam, but let us suppose move forward to the product rule. Now what is the product rule? Product rule means whenever you find two variables in product, then the differentiation has been done in the following manner. Like, you have to keep one constant p, you have to take p and then differentiate variable x q, and then plus, then take q as it is and make the differentiation of p. This is called product rule, and this is apply only whenever the two expression are in product. Let us suppose I'll giving you an example, like let us suppose we have sin x. Now here the x and sin x, these are the two terms which are in product. So if somebody do not apply product rule and do the differentiation like this, like for x differentiation is 1 and sin x differentiation is cos x, this is wrong, absolutely wrong. So what you have to do, you have to apply a product rule here that says the differentiation is equal to, means one part you have to keep same and you have to differentiate other part whatsoever it is, then you have to keep the second part same and you have to do the differentiation of the first one, which is equal to x. The differentiation of sin x is nothing but the cos x, and the differentiation of x is 1. So this would come as x cos x plus sin x, which is the net answer. Mind it, wherever the product rule is applicable, if you do not apply that, then your question will be straight away wrong. Okay, for the sake of convenience, I'll give you one more question, e k x log x. Now let us suppose we have to differentiate this. Since there are two functions which are in product, we have to apply the product rule. We need not to be right product rule each and every time. You just do it like differentiation. You have to keep first function same and you have to do the differentiation of another one, then plus, then keep the another one function same and do the differentiation of first one, which is equal to e raised to power x. Now you have to apply the formula. Log x differentiation is 1 by x, and similarly plus is same, then log x, and we have to do the differentiation of ekx, which is equal to ekx. So the net answer would be ex upon x plus log x ex. So hope you understand the product rule. Now one very important part of product rule that student generally skipped is product rule of three functions, d by dx of three functions, PQR. It is generally asked in the entrance exams. For three functions, what you have to do, you have to keep two functions at a time fixed and you have to do the differentiation of third one. Like, and the order doesn't matter, you can take any two of the parameters, two of the variables here, and you have to do the differentiation of the another one. Similarly, we have to do the differentiation of q here and we have to keep p and r at the outside. What it means, let us go into the more inside of this. Let us suppose we have an example x sin x into log x. Now here there are three variables, x, sin x and log x. Now we have to apply the product rule here. We have to keep two at a time same and we have to do the differentiation of the third one. Similarly, log x and x is same, differentiation of sin x, and similarly sin x and log x same, we have to do the differentiation of x. Order doesn't matter, but you have to keep in your mind, you have to do the differentiation of one item at a time and you have to keep other two same. Like here x sin x is same, we have to do the differentiation of log x, which is nothing but 1 by x, then log x into x, and then differentiation of sin x is cos x. Similarly here sin x and log x is same and differentiation of x is 1, and then you have to slightly modify your answer. Whatsoever your answer is, that is correct, you have to write it like this. Hope you understand the product rule of three functions. Now move towards another rule which is very important, is quotient rule, and one question is definitely asked on this rule. So let us start with the quotient rule. Now quotient rule says it is a what we call division rule also, d by dx of p by q, d by dx of p by q. So the formula for the quotient rule is very important, that is you have to keep the denominator same and you have to do the differentiation of the numerator first, then you have to keep the numerator same and you have to do the differentiation of the denominator, and you have to divide the whole expression with the square of the denominator. Let us go inside into this and let us see with an example. Let us suppose we have a quotient sin x by x. Definitely, since it is in division, we have to apply the quotient rule, or what we call division rule. So division rule says, as it is mentioned here, you have to keep the denominator first, constant as it is, and you have to do the differentiation of the numerator, and then numerator same, you have to do the differentiation of the denominator, and whole upon you have to do write the square of the denominator. So the answer would be x same, the differentiation of sin x is nothing but the cos x, then sin x same, the differentiation of x is 1 upon x square. So your answer would be x cos x minus sin x upon x. We'll make it little bit complicated. We'll do one more question on the basis of question rule. Let us suppose the question will be like this: x plus log x upon sin x plus cos x. So you need not to be worried. This whole expression x plus log x, you have to consider this as a p, and you have to consider this as an q, and simply you have to apply the quotient rule, and which says the differentiation would be denominator, your denominator is same. Initially you have to do the differentiation of the numerator, that is x plus log x, and then minus, this time x plus log x you have to keep same, and differentiation of sin x plus cos x, and to the whole upon you have to write sin x plus cos x. Now in a simple way your answer would be the sin x plus cos x is remains same, because you need not to do anything with this. For x log x, for x the differentiation is 1, for log x it is 1 by x. Similarly this x plus log x is same, and for sin x the differentiation would be cos x, and for cos x it would be minus sin x, or upon this thing, the square of this thing is, you have to mention the square, mind it. So this is sin x plus cos x whole square. The next step is you just have to multiply these two brackets and extend this question till whatsoever you get the final expression. Hope you understand. One very important thing that student generally skipped or missed is what we call chain rule, and without chain rule the differentiation is impossible, and it is the toughest topic of the differentiation. If you understand chain rule very well, then you can do each and every question of differentiation without any glitch. So what is the chain rule? Chain rule, actually we have some standard formulas, like sin x differentiation is, we know sin x differentiation is cos x, and differentiation of cos x is nothing but minus sin x. This everybody knows. But what will happen if we have to differentiate, let us suppose sin 2x, then what we have to do is its differentiation is same as sin x, hence is it equal to cos 2x? This is a very big question. This is very important question, whether the differentiation of sin x is cos x, so whether the differentiation of sin 2x is cos 2x? Certainly not, because sin 2x, if it is the same thing is happened, then what is the need of these two? So here the chain rules came. Whensoever your question is different from the standard question, you have to apply the chain rule. Chain rule says, if you have to differentiate sin 2x, this is wrong. If you have to do the differentiation of sin 2x, if we have to do the differentiation of sin 2x, this is equal to cos 2x, as well as we have to multiply it with the differentiation of the additional part. See, we are applying the standard formula which is for sin x. Here the question is sin 2x, so the 2x is different, so we have to multiply it with the different part whatsoever it is in the question. So the net result of sin 2x is 2. For the differentiation of 2x it is 2, so your answer would be 2 cos 2x. Okay, we'll see one more question. Let us suppose we have to differentiate sin 3x square plus 2x plus 4. So you need not to get confused. The differentiation of this is same as the sin x. First of all, you have to treat this question as a sin x. So its differentiation would be a cos the same theta, because theta is remains same here. Now what is the what makes this question different from the standard formula is this theta. This theta is entirely different from the sin. As in the sin x, there is a x, but since this theta is different, so you have to multiply this expression with the differentiation of theta. This is important. Whatsoever you saw different terms, you have to different terms means the thing which is different from the standard formula, you have to multiply with the differentiation of that changed term. So the net answer would be, this is 6x plus 2, the differentiation of this thing, because 4 is constant, its differentiation is 0, multiply with cos theta. So this is your net result. Now let us suppose, I'll give you some more examples. Let us suppose we have a question, y is equal to tan root x. Now you have to treat it like a tan x. So initially the differentiation would be secant square root x. Now secant square theta is a differentiation of tan theta. Here the theta is, since it is different from x, here it is root x, so you have to multiply it with the differentiation of root x, which is the change term. So this is root x differentiation is 1 by 2 root x. So this is your answer. Now actually how this question will be asked to you, I'll show you one last question. Let us suppose question will be asked to you in the exam is 3x square plus 2. You have to multiply it with sin ax plus b. These are the two terms which are in product, and you have to apply the product rule here. Product rule, because there are two terms, and product rule says you have to keep one item same and differentiate other. Similarly, you have to keep another item same and differentiation of first one. This everybody can apply this formula, but this is the last step is very important. See, this you have to keep same, 3x square plus 2, but what is the differentiation of sin theta, this theta? If this is only theta, then it would be cos theta, like this. But since the theta is different from the standard, so you have to do multiply this expression with the differentiation of this theta, and the differentiation of this theta is a, so you have to multiply it with a. This is what we call chain rule. And for the rest question, then this is sin ax plus b, and the differentiation of this thing, it is nothing but 6x. See, this is very important from where this a came, because the question is sin theta. It is not theta here, theta is ax plus b. So since it is different from the original theta, so you have to multiply the whole expression with the differentiation of this expression. This is what we call chain rule. And chain rule is not asked explicitly in the exam. It will be always asked in the question. You have to apply whenever the thing is different from the standard formula. You have to multiply that expression with the differentiation of that theta. Let us suppose the same question will ask you in the differentiation. This time this will be asked like this: 3x square plus 2 divided by sin of ax plus b. So you need not to be worried. This time you have to apply the division rule or quotient rule, but you have to be very careful while differentiating this part, because the differentiation of this part is cos of ax plus b multiplied by differentiation of this theta. We'll cover more on basis of chain rule in the next class.